I'm back, baby. What's going on, guys? How is everybody? Let me pull the chat up on the screen over here so I can see what you guys got to say. All right. So, you know what's funny? So, it seems like every time a host leaves a show, everything happens. And everything happened this week. It came out on Monday that, of course, the board or something happened at Twitter. I still don't entirely understand what's happening because there's hundreds of stories out there saying hundreds of different things. So we'll see what's going to happen with Twitter. Facebook reported yesterday and for some reason is up 20%, whatever that may be, but that's coming right back down. I promise you that. What else do we have? I guess Boeing reported something. I didn't look into it at all, but we'll see. You know, this whole Facebook thing, we do need irrationality to make money in this market, but the irrationality is just absolutely absurd at this point. To see minus 40% last earnings report and then plus 20% this earnings report, I mean, what are we doing here? How are you? Listen, think about it this way. You are actually taking, it's not just 20% on a stock. You're saying that at 4:01 yesterday, Facebook is now worth 20% more than it was at 4 p.m. because of something that they did in a quarter. I'm sorry, that just doesn't work that way. I don't, whatever. But, and then of course, you have Cathie Wood, who's getting smoked on Teladoc, which is the most disruptive company in the entire world. I'm sorry, but EMR is pretty awesome. Electronic medical records. And they're used at every big hospital out there, every private practice out there. And to revolutionize that in the way of Teladoc or any of these other ones is, frankly, in my opinion, a waste of time. And I think that people are finally seeing that. So I read today that Teladoc is going to get hit. Let's just pull up the story. Teladoc tumbled 38% after a big first quarter loss. Is this just a pandemic play? I don't even understand why it's a pandemic play. Why is it any play? Teladoc Health shares tumbled 38% Wednesday after hours. This was already being down 70%. So they're down like 90% over the past 12 months or something like that. But don't worry, it's still disruptive. It posted a $6.67 billion loss, or $41.58 a share. Analysts pulled the FactSet had expected a loss of 60 cents per share on average. In the same quarter last year, telemedicine lost $1.996 million or $1.31 per share. So they flossing. That's what I have to say about that. They flossing. Cathie Wood's $12 billion. Her fund is only $12 billion now. Wasn't her fund just like a couple of weeks ago? What is going on here? Wasn't her fund just a couple of weeks ago $21 million? Holy crap. $12 billion? Poor lady. I really feel bad for her. Not. Let's see. She has been buying Teladoc shares since they fell from their peak in 2021. As of the close Wednesday, Teladoc was her third largest holding with nearly a 7% weight, with more than $652 million, only behind Tesla and Zoom, which are also doing very well. That means that a 38% plunge would drag the ARK fund lower by nearly 3% today. So sad. Very sad. All right. Facebook. Let's talk about Facebook. So Facebook forecasts. Let's see if I can blow this up a little bit bigger. Oh, geez. All right. I'll try to read it. When it's this big, it's hard to read. Facebook forecast points to possible revenue drop for the first time after a decade of growth. Well, that doesn't really concern me. Facebook's revenue growth had never sunk into the single digits in the second quarter. It may not grow at all. That's what their projection is. Wednesday, they came out with better than expected profits, so the company went up 20%. Sick. Meta gave revenue guidance for the current period of $28 to $30 billion, trailing the $30.6 billion average estimates have, according to Refinitiv, that is Reuters. Specific to Facebook, Zuckerberg said there's a focus on short-term videos, which is a drag on revenue because they don't monetize as well. So they're going to get out of the... Listen, Facebook's going to be fine in the long run. But I'm telling you, this reaction... Let's just pull up the chart. This reaction, this jump right here, this is the same thing that Alibaba did. Remember when Alibaba jumped up and I said, guys, it's going to come right back down, and Alibaba came right back down. This is a massive gap. And this is support here at 190. It's going to fall beneath that, and it's going to come back down to these levels. I don't believe that this kind of buying volume is going to stick around for Facebook. Not only that, they're still sitting under two very, very powerful resistance points of the 50 and 25-day moving average. So I am not buying it that Facebook is completely out of the woods, and I think that this reaction is going to come right back down. Facebook is being hit by the Russia invasion in Ukraine. We've been blocked in Russia, and we have decided to stop accepting ad forms from Russian advertisers globally. That's nice. But Facebook did provide some good news to go with its profit number in the report. Both daily active users and average revenue per user exceeded estimates. So that's good news. No doubt about that. Carnival CEO Arnold Donald. What a name. Arnold Donald. Might as well call him Arnold. He's going to step down as the cruise industry remains to a refresh. Cruise industry needs a refresh, man. It is time to, I'm not a big bailout guy. I don't like bailouts. I think that they're dumb and they shouldn't be allowed. But when you have the federal government coming out and saying you cannot run your business for what is now 15 months because of a pandemic, you better bail them out. Instead of giving all this BS money to all these countries and playing babysitter for the rest of the world, why don't you help out some of these companies that you shut down and told them that they can't run their business? These companies got in a hell of a situation, and I think it's a miracle that they're able to navigate out of this the way that they have. Specifically Carnival and Royal Caribbean, even though they've had to dilute shares, take on debt, yada, yada, but they've done a very good job with what they've had to do to survive. Carnival's announcement Tuesday is that Arnold Donald would step down as the CEO of the world's largest cruise line after I believe he was there for 9 years. While Donald no doubt played a leading role in resurrecting the cruise industry from the depths of the pandemic, shares of Carnival have struggled to keep pace with Royal Caribbean over the past, 6 to 12 months. They're down about 13% this year. Leadership change, they did change leadership at Royal Caribbean, by the way. The leadership changes at both Carnival and Royal Caribbean will see a new guard step in navigating the cruise giants through the next stages of their recovery. In the coming weeks, shareholders will want to hear from Weinstein. I guess this is the new CEO, John Weinstein, 48 years old, who has been at Carnival for 20 years. So I'm interested to see the direction that they go. Very interested to see the direction that cruises go. I would love to invest back in the cruise lines, but I just don't see it right now. Demand for cruising is off the charts right now. It's especially going into 2023. So if you want to cruise, go back at it. Carnival has brought back nearly 75% of its ships while letting go of older, less efficient ships. And we're going to see what's going to happen. We'll see what's going to happen. All right. GDP number. GDP number may have shrunk for the first time in the quarter, but okay, whatever. This is just a dumb story, to be honest with you. All right. Forecast. U.S. economy slowed to an annual growth rate of 1% in the first quarter from a sizzling 6.9%. Some noted forecasters at IHS Markit even forecast an outright decline for the first time since the onset of the pandemic in spring of 2020. Rather than, this is what this guy from this economist said. Rather, GDP can rarely really be misleading sometimes. So it's funny how when it's really good, it's not misleading. But when it's really bad, it can be misleading. Isn't that funny how that works out? Isn't that funny how that works out? A record U.S. international trade deficit, less government spending, and a decline in inventory levels. That's why they're expecting drop-offs. Consumer spending is higher than ever. It accounts for more than 2/3 of the GDP, but it's higher than, it's incredible. It rose almost 3%. Jeez, people are still spending. I don't know if they're paying it off, but they're still spending. The one negative, spending on structures such as office buildings, fell for the fourth quarter in a row, which is not surprising, especially with all this work from home stuff. What do we have here? The end of the massive federal stimulus spending put in place during the pandemic is likely to depress GDP for the third time in the past 4 quarters also. So we're spending free money that is causing inflation. Twitter. All right, so obviously I wasn't here. Twitter is going to be acquired by Elon Musk for $44 billion. Tesla shareholders will receive about $54.20. Should you buy it and play the arbitrage? I wouldn't do that. Here's what Elon said. I want to make Twitter better than ever by enhancing the product with new features, making the algorithms open source to increase trust, defeating spam bots, and authenticating all humans. By the way, I just got a Twitter. Twitter has tremendous potential. I look forward to working with the company and a community of users to unlock it. And then he tweeted out, he said, Musk's anonymity towards SEC, specifically San Francisco office, was on full display on Monday when he claimed on Twitter, those in the agency are puppets of Wall Street, short-selling sharks. He also tweeted out, I'm going to buy Coca-Cola, and I'm going to put cocaine back in Coca-Cola. I absolutely love the man. I just love the guy. He is he's exactly what the world needs. Somebody with billions of dollars who is an absolute troll. Absolute troll. All right, let's see what comments you guys made. Can you explain what you're watching on SBLK short? Oh, I don't really know. Is the Zim still a short? Yeah, I'm still in Zim. It's snapping back hardcore, but it's still a short. Sorry I haven't been here the past few days. I haven't been here either. Teledoc is now down 44%. I love it. Honestly, I think Kathy steps away from investing. Not only is she losing her money, she's losing it for a lot of people. Weren't they just at $21 billion? I mean, 2 months ago, she cut her fund in half, either from losses or outflows. So do you buy? Would I buy Teladoc Health? Absolutely not. I think it was $50 billion at the peak. Good Lord. I wouldn't buy Teladoc Health if you paid me to buy it. That would be insane. I bet Kathy sells Teladoc now that it's at a bottom. Don't worry, Facebook will be at 130 by the end of the year. Not a disclaimer for the new people. When ARK goes down, that doesn't mean buy the dip. Mo is being sarcastic. Yeah, don't buy anything. Don't buy any of that crap in ARK. Mo is kind enough to grace us with his presence this morning. You're welcome. I was in Reynolds Plantation down in Lake Oconee, Georgia. We played 6 rounds in 4 days. That was a lot of golf. We played 6 rounds in 4 days, and I won. Me and my teammate. It was teammate stuff or team stuff, whatever the gambling bet goes. We won 4 out of 6 rounds. So I came home a rich man. Camera looks good, Mo. What are you using now? I don't know. It looks like a black camera to me. I don't know this stuff. Seth comes over, sets it up, and then he leaves, and I don't ask questions. Is Paul still in CCL? That's a really good question. I really don't know. Jack Bogle said that GDP is very important, Mo. Yeah, GDP is important. Thoughts on BABA? Will it ever fill that $75 gap? Yeah, I think BABA is going to get lower. Guys, don't forget, this market is not out of the woods. Just because we see today, and did we see yesterday? I don't know. Look, NASDAQ futures are up 2%. Dow futures are up 1%. This doesn't mean that it's over. I mean, I'm telling you, we're still going to have susceptibility to this market. There's still going to be volatility. And when that happens, these companies are not safe. It's just not. There's no company that's safe. So when we do get pullbacks, they're going to get hit. I'm telling you right now. How will Twitter deal with the neo-Nazis? I don't know. That's a good question. Let's see here. Could you make fun of Kathy Woods one more time? It's nice to show clips to my friends who invested in her. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I don't know what Kathy Wood sounds like. I have no clue what she sounds like. I've never listened to an interview with her because I have only read her quotes. So I am going to have to take a look at that. Are you making bank on your AMD short? Yeah, I am crushing it on AMD. I think it's up, I don't know, 15%, 15 to 20%, somewhere like that. Did I change my stance on tobacco? I don't know. What was my stance before? Sometimes I wish I didn't despise golf. Yeah, well, what was your best round? I shot an 88. Those were some freaking hard golf courses. Those are hard golf courses that we played. And good thing, bad thing. So we always take a golf trip with the boys this time of year, And last year we went to Kiowa. The year before we went down to North Carolina and played some good courses down there in Charlotte. We went to Whistling Straits. I'm sorry, not Whistling Straits. We went to Wisconsin the prior year. We played Whistling Straits, Erin Hills, Sand Valley, etc. So it's always tough going this time of year because it's really your first rounds of the year, and it makes it a little bit more challenging. Plus, you're playing PGA type courses, so they are really, really hard. What's your average driver distance? Oh, I hit the ball between, I don't know, 260 to 290, depending on how I catch it. Why don't you get the hair transplant? I don't want to do that. That sounds painful AF. Well, markets will go up on Apple earnings. Yeah, we're going to see what Apple's reporting today, aren't they? Why don't we see what earnings are reporting today? I think it's Apple, Amazon, Twitter, Intel, Roku, Nokia, Gilead Science, Robinhood, Southwest Airlines, United States Steel, Overstock.com, McDonald's reported this morning. All right, we're gonna see what's going on today with some good earnings, and then tomorrow stays exciting. Exxon, AbbVie, Chevron, AstraZeneca, Bristol Myers. Yeah, it's gonna be neat. Let's go to next week. Anything? So next week it slows down. Maybe not. Tuesday we get AMD, Starbucks, Pfizer, Airbnb, Lyft, Tiva. Wednesday, Marathon Digital, Moderna, Uber, Lucid, Square. Oh man, Thursday's a disruptive day. You better get your oven mitts ready for Thursday, boys and girls. All right. Yields, we're still hovering around under that 3% on that 10 and 30 year. If you want to join the software, come join me. Come on over. $80 a month gets you access to everything in the Bid and Ask Nation. You'll love it. You get software, you get me, Employed Trader series. It's awesome. So, all right, guys, rip off some questions. We'll start running through them, and we'll go from there. When are you closing your AMD short? Why don't I just pull up AMD and see what's going on? AMD is so still a beautiful downtrend. Still a lot more selling volume than buying volume. When's earnings? May 3rd. So I'll probably end up exiting tomorrow or something. And look, guys, here's the big thing about AMD. You've had just M formations all the way down. It is just perfect. So I hope that they close today around this $86 and then boom, just keep going, because this short was started right up here, and this has just been awesome. It's just been a really great trade. So, all right, let's see here. How can Elon be so smart but still like crypto? Oh, I don't know. Let's see. Can you tell it? Oh, man. Claude, can you tell the difference between your golf game and lessons? Man, I went from a 22 handicap to got as low as a 10. Now I'm a 12, but yeah. Yeah. What's your opinion on the sudden 1.4% GDP loss? It's not surprising. It should, frankly, it should be worse. I mean, consumer spending is out of control on debt. Why don't we pull up Facebook? So here's the deal on Facebook real quick. So Facebook's going to open up today around 202. It could change the trend. Or it could just open up here and just start trickling right back down. Why don't we zoom out a little bit and see what we got? Yeah. So this is there's not a lot of, I guess it pulled it up to a previous resistance level, but this is a lot of negativity going into it. I still see it coming back right back down. And plus, I don't really see the reason that it made a jump like this. This is silly. Okay, let's do Zim. Zim is a stock that I'm in. I'm short. I started shorting it up in here. I believe it was up in here. I think it was this day right here. I think it was April 1st I started the short. So I'm still in it. We're still getting a snapback. But that's no big deal because we still have a really great downtrend. We have a lot more selling volume than buying volume. We're stuck at this 200-day moving average. And let's see, most importantly, let's look at our M formations. We're getting these M formations. So we've just had M's the whole way down. This is a long flag pull down, so it's rebounding a little bit. Hopefully it tops out today and then just keeps going down because this is a really good looking short. And we'll see what's going to happen. Day trading today. So I'm not going to be day trading. Paul, I believe, will be day. I have recording today. I usually record on Wednesdays, but I'm going to record today in studio at 10. I will day trade tomorrow, but I will not day trade today just because I can't fit it into my schedule. But we will be back at it tomorrow. Google, holy crap, what happened to Google? What happened to their earnings report? They missed on earnings per share and revenue. I didn't hear this. Guys, I'll tell you what, I've been completely tuned out when I was down in Georgia. So beautiful looking short. If this stays like this and this breaks down below this, I don't know, what is this number? 2250? Yeah, look out. Really, really good looking short right here. All right, let's see. Let's go to Baba. Where'd my stochastic go over here? Didn't I have a stochastic? Oh, there we go. Okay, Alibaba. $89 a share. So any volatility, it's becoming a short. So it's not there yet, but terrible volume. So below all 4 major moving averages, everything is bad about this. So if this breaks down and beats this low of, I don't know, $83 or whatever it was a couple days ago, this thing is going to keep running down to the 75, if not lower. So that's the next support level. And even that $75 support level is not a good level. It's not a strong level. What else do we have? Are you jealous of Paul's wealth? Well, you don't know how much I'm worth, so sorry. Let's see. What do you reckon Elon's main reason is for buying Twitter? So I think that his main reason is, I don't think it has to do with money. And frankly, he said that in his TED Talk that he did. He said, this has nothing to do with money. This has everything to do with, I want free speech. And listen, Elon has been extremely, extremely public about his love for free speech in the United States because he was raised in South Africa. And he has always been very public about what he does not like going on with the free speech limitations. So I think that's his goal. I think that's what he wants to do. He found a platform that he thinks is a big enough platform. He has the money to do it, and he's doing it. And that's it. Hans, I like that. All right. Ford. Well, this was super disruptive at 26, and I thought that their truck was going to go to the moon, but apparently not. So we're back into reality. Maybe they don't have an EV anymore. Maybe that's the reason. Because, or maybe StockMo told everybody to buy it up here. Who knows? All right. So we have a couple of ugly face patterns going on in here. And it just keeps going lower. And also, look at this, guys. Look at this. I'm just going to draw some formations in here. Boom. Boom. Look at that. It just keeps getting lower. Look at these M formations. They just keep getting lower and lower and lower. So this is really good. It's below all 4 major moving averages. The volume is starting to teeter. Big downtrend. Pay attention to this one. If you get an engulfing candlestick, I would not hesitate to short this thing. That's my personal opinion. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Intel, WY. I've never heard of it. Weyerhaeuser. All right, so you are approaching what I assume are all-time highs. I only go back through 2013, so I'm just assuming these are all-time highs. You tried to break it. Listen, if I'm you, I am not doing anything long-term on this thing unless I make a definitive all-time high above whatever this level is right here. Just over $43, whatever it is. That's when I would go ahead and get into that. But besides that, no bueno for me. Let's do McDonald's. Did you hear about Amgen not paying taxes? It's not like you just don't pay taxes. There's a reason. These companies that don't pay a lot of taxes, listen, they're using the laws that are put in place. Don't put the laws in place if you don't want super wealthy people and super smart accountants to figure things out. Don't say that Jeff Bezos doesn't pay a lot in taxes, because he does. He pays exactly what the government is letting him pay. Don't let Amazon, don't say Amazon doesn't pay taxes. Oh, Amazon made this much money, but they only paid $1 million in taxes. Yeah, because the government put those rules in place and somebody figured it out. They ain't breaking the law. You want to go after somebody? Don't go after the rich person. Don't go after the corporation. Go after the government. Go after those idiots that are sitting in Congress They're the ones that put those laws on the books. So don't go and say it's the rich person's problem, it's the corporation's problem. It's those morons that sit in Congress and bitch about it all day. Both left and right. All right. Let's do Teledoc. God, that just pisses me off when people say that stuff. I mean, do you think that people go to jail because of this stuff, not paying their taxes? You think that somebody like Jeff Bezos or Amazon is just going to get away with not paying taxes and it's legal? No, they're taking advantage of the rules that are on the books. All right. Just think a little bit. Think a little bit, and everything is your world's just going to get so much better if you just use a little bit of common sense. All right, Teledoc. You were sitting at an incredibly strong resistance point, but this thing dates back to 2015, and 2017. Holy crap. Look at this run. Was this COVID in here? No. This was, where was COVID? Oh, damn. Actually, I didn't do too bad during COVID. I still don't get why. What is this? Because it's in the hospital systems? Is that why it flew up like this? I don't even understand this. This thing went to a high. Of $300, and we're going to call it $307 in February of 2021. So just over a year, this thing, oh my God. All right. Well, there you go. Teledoc looks cheap. Costco. I exited my Costco position. Yep. So I exited my Costco position. I think I made... if Pocket's in here, he'll be able to tell me more than I will. I think it was either 6 to 8% that I made on Costco, but this has been a wicked snapback. And they've dropped into the sweet spot. Everything is just downtrend now, drop below the 25-day moving average. So that is Costco. So we'll see what's gonna go on with that. So let's see here. The IRS is fighting Amgen to pay taxes. Whatever. Think Bob or BA will bounce back. Let's see what am I looking at? Boeing. All right, let's see what Boeing is doing here. Sheesh. What is the deal with Boeing? This poor company, they just can't catch a break, can they? Everything is just bad for them. What was their earnings report? Man, they missed revenue by over 12.5% in their earnings per share. Okay, well, something happened with that because it was down nearly 1,000%. What exactly happened there? I haven't read the report. Looks like they're gonna get a little bump today. I mean, this is a company that would be interesting to sell puts around $100 a share. I don't know what the value is, but the one thing. So here's the deal: you could put a value on Boeing. But I think you also have to put an emphasis on the fact that they are a monopoly. It's them and Airbus. And that's what you got going. So you can't buy a plane from anybody else from a commercial point of view. I mean, you probably can, but nobody does. But I don't know. All right. All my friends whine about corporations not paying taxes. Are the artists, but don't count all their income. Yeah, they charge for art. Yeah, of course. Okay. Wait, where's the how do you think the tax rules get their lobbyists? Exactly. Go after the lobbyists. Teledoc looks cheap. Teledoc looks cheap. Oh God, I love it. Okay, did you see Alibaba expand to Southeast Asia? No, I didn't. That's great. All right, CrowdStrike may be a long-term. All right, CrowdStrike. So I can't remember. I remember following CrowdStrike from people in the bid and ask long-term short. Yeah, you're right. I was really hoping that you said short. So this is perfect. Honestly, if you get an engulfing candlestick, I would be okay with this, but make sure you drop below this 195.93, which is the 100-day moving average. Definitively get through that. Don't just get through it by 1 cent. Definitively get through that number and you'll be okay. PayPal had earnings yesterday. How did PayPal report? I don't know why, but I'm extremely apprehensive to get into PayPal long-term. I don't know why. I really don't. All right, what is this? Get out of here. Let's see. So they reported Beat on the top and bottom line. All right, so we'll see. I mean, if you guys like PayPal, check it out from a value perspective. But I just, for whatever reason, I just don't know why I'm so apprehensive about getting. I just have a bad feeling about their future. Not a bad feeling, just not a good feeling, I guess. I'm just not confident. All right, market opens in 5 seconds here. Waste management, is this going to all-time highs? Yeah, a lot of garbage out there lately, so they're going crazy. So if you break out to a new all-time high, add to it. If you're already in it, that's great. What was their earnings report? It looks like they beat top and bottom line. They crushed. Okay. What else do we have? I work at a university. Most people don't understand economics. Yeah, that's true. Teladoc actually has dropped a lot. Let's go back to Teladoc. Let's see what Teladoc is doing right now. Now let's check out Facebook after this too. Teladoc is, what is going on here? T-Doc. Teladoc is, holy crap, it's down 46% at this moment in time. Jeez. Let's see what Facebook is doing. Facebook is plus 18%. So it's running right into that 50-day moving average. We will see, won't we? FedEx is a great value with a moat. Tony, don't get me started. I know you're trolling like Elon right now. All righty. Okay, I'll do 2 more stocks and I'm going to get out of here. Good to be back. All right, give me 2 more stocks, guys. Spotify, we haven't done that one in a hot second. They report next week. Is that correct? Spotify? Oh, when? I don't know when. Oh, no. They reported yesterday. They crushed the top line. I don't know. This one looks weird. Let's see where the support is. Okay, so they're below COVID levels, aren't they? Yeah, they're below COVID levels. Guys, to be honest with you, I probably wouldn't trade this thing long term. I would probably just pull it over here and try to do some swing trading with it, but be careful with this one. Because the problem is you don't have anything to go off back here. You are going to unprecedented levels where this thing can just keep falling. So be careful with that one. That's right. Amazon reports tonight. Guys, smash the like button for me. That would be great. Also, subscribe to the trading channel, Everything Money Trading channel. I could probably post the link in here right now. Everything Money Trading. I put out videos every single day. I'm actually heading over to record some later today. And please, if you're in the bid and ask, please let me know what you want to see. What videos do you want to see? I like taking your guys' videos. Here you go. Click this link that I'm posting. I'm spamming you so hard. Click that link. Subscribe to the trading channel. You'll love it. Smash the like. You'll love it. All right. Let's see. Microsoft. Microsoft's going to be the last one. Oh my God. Murmurs just said my face is so glowy. If Nicole is listening to this, she's going to be super pumped. So right over there, I have a hydrofacial machine that I bought, and I get facials like twice a week. Hydrofacials like twice a week. It's they're great. All right, what are we gonna do? Microsoft MSFT. More short videos. All right, you tell me. Listen, I'm trying to keep those videos 2 to 4 minutes because I want to get in, get out, get you guys your information, and move on. That is exactly all we need to do when it comes to trading. And frankly, we can trade anything. You saw that I just put out a video about trading cattle futures. Guys, you could trade cattle futures. You've seen we've done Bitcoin. Today we're going to do a couple of videos on Hans. I like that. Today we're going to do a couple of videos on a couple of Indian stocks. So listen, you could anything that has a trend, you can trade it. You know, it was funny. So when we were recording the other day, I'll just stick around for another second. I couldn't stop laughing. So in the middle of the video, I said, you can trade anything that has a trend. And it instantly made me think of Meet the Parents when Greg, the Ben Stiller character, says to the father, I can't remember his name in real life. Not Alec Baldwin. I don't know what his name is. He said, you can milk anything that has a nipple. And the guy says, I have a nipple, Greg. Can you milk me? And that's exactly what I kept thinking about. I just couldn't stop laughing about that one. You can trade anything with a trend. You can milk anything that has a nipple. All right. Can you milk me? All right. So Facebook is consolidating. I'm sorry. Microsoft is consolidating hard in here. It's interesting to see the lack of volume on a big stock like Microsoft. So they reported yesterday, or no, they reported 2 days ago. They reported Tuesday. So we're going to see. Just keep following this trend. But listen, you're going to run right into these 2 major moving averages. I think you're just going to stay range bound here. Frankly, you're going to stay range bound. If the whole market goes like this, you're going to go up. If the whole market goes like this, you're going to go down. It's as simple as that. De Niro, that's it. I was thinking Alec Baldwin. I couldn't remember. All right, guys. I'm getting out of here. You guys have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. I'll catch you on a flippity flop. Thank you.